turn your Bibles today to John chapter 4, verse 6 through 18. And it reads, Now Jacob's well was there. Jesus therefore, being wearied with his journey, sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Jesus said unto her, Give me a drink. Give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. Then said the woman of Samaria unto him, How is that thou, being a Jew, ask drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jew have no dealings with Samaritans. Jesus answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of God, and who is that said to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. The woman said unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. For whence then hast thou that living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and the drink therefore himself, and his children, and his castle? Jesus answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of the water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. The woman said unto him, Sir, give me this water, that I thirst, not neither come hither to draw. Jesus said unto her, Go, call thy husband, and come hither. If I had to subject this sermon today, it would be quenching your spiritual thirst for Jesus. I want to begin today by asking, have you ever been thirsty before? Not just a little thirsty. I mean so thirsty that your tongue sticks to the root of your gum. That kind of thirsty.
That's thirsty.
That's thirsty. I can remember experiencing this one. I had fallen asleep with the fan on directly blowing into my face, slowly drowning out my mouth and throat. I finally woke up over in the morning, couldn't breathe. My throat was so dry that I got to drink a glass of water and couldn't barely swallow. I'm sure some of you have probably felt something close to this before. The reason I'm discussing this is because the word Jesus deals with a similar problem, that physical thirst, that deals with spiritual thirst. There are many people's souls like a sponge that has sat out in the sun all day. They are thirsty for God. Amen? Amen. In the book of John, it tells you everyone is thirsty for God. From the rich, the upper class, the prominent people, to the poor, outcast enemies of God, from those who seek out Christ in the cover of darkness, and those who meet him in broad daylight and have no idea. Jesus is not concerned with your physical thirst. He wants your spiritual thirst. See, if we concentrate more on spiritual thirst than the physical thirst, you will see how God can dry out all things that's going on in your life. Like the woman in chapter 4, she had to walk distance to draw from the well and had to carry it back great distance. She had to draw from the well often as her thirst continued. Jesus contrasts the well of stagnant water with that of living running water. The new water welled up inside of you, not mile or more away from you. The new water wouldn't have to continue to journey back and forth. The new water wouldn't relieve the symptoms of thirst and give you rest. Jesus contrasting two kinds of water. The water, the world, and the living water. Jesus is discussing two kinds of life. The life that seeks the stagnant water of the world to temporarily quench the thirst, and that the life seeks the living water of God to quench their thirst eternally. The woman was thirsty. She was thirsty because she was looking for love. She had been married 5 times, currently living with a man who is not even her husband. She was looking for acceptance. She had to travel alone because of her embarrassment. Women traveled together early in those days in the morning before the heat of the midday to get water. But she was alone, and it was noon, the hottest time of the day. But even in every case, she would drink the stagnant water of the world, continue to thirst. Jesus Christ is the fountain of the living waters. In Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 13, it says, "For my people have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters." In John chapter 7, verse 38 says that who believes in me, in the scripture, has set out of his heart shall flow rivers of the living water. How long will you drink of this world? We can say, I go to church, I do religious things. We can make up our own plans for quenching the thirst of our lives, but until we do what God wants us to continue to do, we will thirst. I'm going to leave you with this. If you are sick and tired of being thirsty, if you are looking for peace, comfort, and satisfaction of God, the peace that passes our understanding, and the peace that will guard your heart and mind in Christ, then today I call upon you to drink the living water. Amen.
That's all right. Drink the living water. I'm going to drink that and this one. How about that? Both of them keep me alive. Some folks don't want to drink water. It's a bad thing to some folks. I know people don't even drink water at all. They drink soda. I don't know how they make it. Soda will take you out. But water is pure. The water is stronger than anointing oil. It's real strong, and you can drink it as well. I found that out to be true. That's one of the reasons it ain't just the water, physical water she's talking about. She's talking about spiritual water is what she's talking about. Spiritual water, which is Jesus. That's one of the reasons when you take a shower after having a long day at work or whatever. I don't care if you sit around the house all day and you did get dirty. When you take a shower, you feel better. Because what happens is the purity of the water cleanses your body, not just from dirt, but also from things that you picked up during the day, evil stuff, and etc. and so on. Unless the evil is so great that, it takes a man or woman of God to pray for you to get it off. But water cleanses you. That's why you feel so good afterwards. That's why you smell bad if you don't bathe. That's not of God. You gotta bathe. Some folk do. We all smell somebody. Somebody said, you need to take a bath. It is what it is. I mean, you got to keep your hygienic up. If you don't, you're going to get talked about. I mean, that even goes for your breath as well. I mean, this is true talk. Folks say things. Folks do things. It is what it is. So you're responsible for everything about what you go through. Whatever you go through, mostly what you put yourself through. You can't really blame nobody. If somebody told you don't go somewhere, you went, you got in trouble, hey, you warned not to go. So you got to keep yourself up. You have to. It's common sense. Everybody was taught to bathe. Everybody's taught to serve the Lord. And if you were not taught to serve God, we all have heard that Jesus is the only true God. And he is. There is no other God. If you think there is, I feel sorry for you. Jesus is the living, true God. Whoever drink of me, drink Jesus. You can't go wrong. God did not create sickness. I don't care what nobody says. He did not. The enemy comes in and do that. I've seen too many possession cases where the devil said, I made him sick. I afflicted the cancer. I afflicted the hurt in the legs. I afflicted the body fluid. He did it. But God is so powerful through medication, he still used the enemy. Medication is for people who ain't got no faith. Now, I would never tell anybody not to take the medication. Please take it. Like I said, please take it. Don't get me messed up. Now, he said, don't take it no more. No, I did not say that. Please take it. Because you got to be very clear. They said, the priest said, don't take the medicine no more. You'd be surprised. I had a lady one time, had the hospital to call me. She tried to reach me for 4 days. I was busy, I just can't, I get a lot of calls. I can't pick all the calls up. The doctor said that this, so-and-so. I said, yeah, it's him. Says, sister, so-and-so's in the hospital, and she won't let us operate on us until you say it's okay. I said, well, I can't make that decision. And said, her kids are here, mad at you. Kids mad at me. Because mama won't have this surgery done that she got to have done to save her life. I said, well, sir, you know, if you're going to save her life, do it. I'll give you an answer. Do it. Tell her, I said, do it. She said, give me the phone. Should I do it? I said, yeah, do it. It's going to save your life. Now, if you die, don't blame me now. Tell the kid, if it's your time, don't blame me. I did the right thing. Go and have the surgery. You know, don't blame it on me. Because I ain't going to tell you not to have it. You know, you got 3 or 4 kids sitting there mad at me, and I don't know them kids. And they said they were trying to get your number. We wouldn't give it to them. They going to call and cuss you out. I said, well, I can talk back too much, not curse, but I can tell you go to hell. Oop, there it is. I'm sorry. I ain't supposed to say that, am I? Well, don't call me. You did this to my mama. No, I did not. I did not. How you going to put that on me? You can't put that on me. But I told her I had a surgery, everything was fine, and everything fine. But nobody said thank you. You know, but it don't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, I've seen people in the hospital, and God sitting there to pray for them. The doctor said, we're going to pull the cord. And I came. They said, wait a minute before you pull the cord. We prayed for them. They woke up. And everybody just look at you like you're crazy. They woke up. But somebody's saying, man, I didn't get that house. Man, I thought I was going to get that money they had. They hate that you woke up. Oh, I seen it. Oh, I seen it. Where he come from? Had to come wake him up. Now I can't get that car that they had. You see? Think about themselves. You'd be surprised. God will fool you now. God will fool you. Don't think the leaning tree the one that's going to go first. I seen a lot of leaning trees live with folk that were healthy drop dead. Gone out of here. Folk that had strokes and heart attacks that was down for months. Whoa, they ain't never gonna recover. Power of God, they recover. I've seen some recover better.
Hallelujah.
Recover better. Had a stroke in the bed. That guy's in bed 9 months. Then he had to get out and do, physical therapy, walking around, walking around. Oh man, he gets around brain. I mean, he just glad to be here. Then you got folk that ain't never had no stroke or whatever, they barely get around. And you think they gonna die first. You're the ones that had the stroke. You wrong. I know folks that had cancer 3 times. Beat it and lived. That's a lot of times had cancer. And lived. I was like, well, that's the power of the Lord who will heal your body. God will heal you if you believe. See, do you know that God gets pumped up when trouble comes and you rely on him to deliver you? He loves it. Because he shows his power. He's a God that shows the muscle. Because you ain't got it. He got it. He loves trouble, I'm telling you now. For when you get out, you give him the credit. That's all he wants is the credit. Because you can't give God money. You can't buy God off. You can't fool the Lord. He knows those that love him. He knows those that hate him. But none of us are perfect people now. He got power. And he likes to show it too. But he's looking for a willing vessel to show it through. Most times when you get strength from God, real power, it takes years to one. Then it takes you to dedicate to God through the hurt, pain, suffering to get to that point. If you think I got to my point overnight and there was no suffering, you're wrong. You're wrong. No, it took a lot of crying and squabbling and rolling and telling God, you ain't real, you don't like me. Everybody told God, God, you don't like me. You done did it. Oh yeah, the Lord, he ain't answered my prayers. Lord, help me. I'm paying tithes and offerings. I know folk don't even care nothing for you. And they got everything. But you're a Christian and you're hurting. You're hurting. And you're saying, God, are you there? Jesus, I'm knocking. Are you there? Lord, I got cancer. My kid's in jail. I ain't got no food. They're going to take my house. I can't walk. And see, you're going through somebody, all those symptoms I just named. Help me, Lord. I served you for 30 years. And you let me go down like this? And he does it every day to see what you believe. Now, I'm telling you, this scenario. Some of you may die in that torment. But don't lose your faith when you don't believe he's not real. Because that short instant that you didn't believe, you'll burn. You got to believe in him. I don't care if your life good or bad. You got to believe in him. Most folks don't want him until things are good or bad. If something good happens all the time, the Lord did it. The Lord did it. Sure he did. But when something bad happened, the devil did it. Well, I'm going to give you a secret. Both of them can cause an effect. If God steps out, the enemy going to step in. His intention is to kill you every time. He don't want nothing good for you. He'll tell you to go steal something, he ain't going to tell the police you did it. That's where their instincts come from. You say, he's a cop, he got a nose to smell, he can solve it. It's two things happening with that cop. God giving him the answers or the devil telling him. Because there's a spirit watching every time when you do wrong. You do right, can't nothing be done to you wrong. That's why it's important to do right. Every day, over and over. If you tell us truth, somebody slap you and wake you up and ask you your name, you're going to say the same thing you said before you went to sleep. That's why it's important to tell the truth. And don't lie. And don't be money hungry either. That take out a lot of folk, money hungry. Want some money. You can't get money until God give it to you. Deuteronomy 8:18. He gives the power to give the wealth. If your church go under, oh well. Now, it's the same thing here in Jackson. Folks ask me, say, why you don't have a building in Jackson? You hear all the time. Well, the simple fact is, yes, I have the money to pay for it. Yes. But God said I want the people to pay for it. The folks ain't going to pay for it. I know that. So God says then, don't build it. Just because I may have a certain amount of dollars in the bank don't mean I'm just going to pay out my pocket. It's the same thing as fundraising. You know, rich folks get together and they fundraise and say, hey, you made 50 movies. Why you fundraising? You got it. I'm getting it from worldwide. Everybody give $1 and we got it. I ain't going to give my 50 million. That's why they fundraise. Because everybody can pinch a little. Now, if everybody had a turn in the world, in their state, for everybody in the state to send somebody $1, none of us would be poor. Because everybody get their turn to get that dollar from millions of people. But the devil won't let you do it. I know folks that did that through a cycle. They called it a scam. But them folks got rich. Some of them got $250,000, $300,000 from folks sending them $1. Everybody sent $1. It worked. I tried. It worked for me though. I got $9. Didn't work for me. It don't work for everybody. Now, my next question is, are you preaching today?
If you want me to.
Did they tell you, they sent you the text? You got the baby. If you're not able with the baby, you know, I don't want to put you through that.
Oh.
Are you sure? What's his name, the baby?
Gibson.
Hey, Gibson. Hey, buddy. Is that your grandbaby?
Yes, it is.
Hey, buddy. Kathy, Evangelist Kathy Mozingo. Y'all clap.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we all have a vision in our world as to what everything should be like. What life, you picture what Jesus is like. You picture how God created this world and how he intended for it to really keep rolling round and round. Well, I think we all have a vision of what the church God designed for us. And sometimes we look at it like, oh, it's a structure with a little white building full of smiling people in fancy clothes. We think the preacher's supposed to have it all together. He's supposed to have everything in line.
Or he ain't no preacher.
We trust, and if he doesn't, we better look out. And, you know, sometimes we get an imagination in our mind, and that's the way it is. How many of you out here are, you get your mind on something and that's the way it's going to be and there's no changing it?
They don't make it far.
Most people, when they're like that, you set yourself up for a fall, because every rule is made to be broken except what's in this word. Every rule except what's here. I know, take my grandbaby for instance. He gets his mind on something, he's going to do it. No matter how many times you pop that hand or hiney or whatever, he's just going to keep doing it. Got his mind. Well, looking at the smiling people in the fancy clothes, as lovely as that image may be, God designed the church is unrelated to that. He doesn't care if you're in a mansion and all the fixtures are gold. Yes, that is nice. But we sometimes get lost in all the glitter and the gold. We forget about why he put the church where it is. The church is not a building. And a lot of us get our minds set on, oh yeah, it's not. It's not. The church is us people. And we are not perfect. We were created in his image and his likeness. But we sin. We were born here. And we sin. That's why we have that relationship with Jesus. That's why I hope that somebody has taught. I was very blessed to be able to be taught as a baby. I grew up under the pew. But that doesn't make me saved. Me warm in a pew or a chair every day doesn't save me. It's that relationship with Jesus that brings me to it. We should be, God created us to fellowship as believers. We encourage one another and carry out the ministry to the world. What is the Great Commission? That we go into all the world and preach the gospel. Not just a handful of people, not just those who show up. My neighbors, I have a couple that, we can really talk Jesus. But we have some that they don't talk at all. But don't you wonder, are those the ones that are going to heaven? But you see them every Sunday morning get in that car and just, they're all dressed up and they're neat and tidy, but I've never heard them speak Jesus. Or, you know, when you ask me how I am, I'm going to say I'm blessed. I got one old man that lives next to me, and he just looks at me like, what? Well, is that the way I'm portraying the church? How do we portray Jesus? Can I bring them to this building? Or is it right here? The Bible clarifies and he defines the following as ministries of the church. Is worshiping the living God. And people, we can't do it just in this building. We got to go home and be the same at home as we are here. And I'm not going to say that we're not going to fall and we're not going to stumble, because we are not perfect. But let's edify the believers. Don't go and talk about people. Don't go running that mouth. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know where they are. You have no clue as to what's going on in their world.
That's right.
Don't try to bring them down just because you're down.
Amen.
Making disciples. Jesus chose 12 before he went to the cross? What are we doing? Are we trying to teach our children? Are we trying to be that at home? Or are we just gonna turn our head and say, well, just let them go to hell? It doesn't matter. Let them have a good time. Let them be. They're in their teens, their 20s. Let them do whatever they want to. They'll come. What if they don't get a chance? People, we are the church. We need to serve the needy along with going through. Every day, you go in a store. Have you touched somebody in the daytime? My goal every day is to tell at least one person about Jesus. If I get more and I ask for more, don't think God won't give it to you, because He will. In church, our chairs should be full this morning.
Yeah.
But are we telling anybody? Don't think that all of them are going to the same, because they're not.
Well, they tell them, they just don't want to hit that flow.
Yeah.
Well,
They don't want to come up somebody else.
I've never been told this. I asked a lady this week, I was standing behind a clothing rack, and she walks around, and here I'm standing here, and I hadn't moved. I've been there for 5 minutes. And then, oh, you're scared me. What's with you? What's all that fear about, you know? She says, I'm scared of the dark. I said, well, why don't you come go to church with me? Oh, well, I don't live here. I said, lady, if I live in Kalamazoo, Michigan, I'd try to find a way if I thought it was going to make me different.
Oh, she'd be different when she left.
You can drag a horse to water, like I used to say, but you can't make them drink it. No matter how much I want salvation from you or deliverance from you, it's not going to work. But you know, when the leadership is careful, and sometimes this one wants to run the church, that one wants to run the church, it doesn't. If you're not working in unity, it's not going to happen. We want to, I want worship this way. I want praise this way. But when it's all said and done, the Bible tells us how to pray. Our Father who art in heaven. He gives us that model prayer if you don't know how to pray. Or you are just, people, it's not my church. It's not the bishop's church. It's not Jay's church. It's not Monique's church or Annette. It's our church. And we ought to want to tell everybody, we are the church. Are you claiming me that I'm yours? No. It's just a building. But let's tell everybody what we do at this church is we believe in Jesus. And that's the one and true only way we're going to get our salvation. If we want, you know, the body sometimes ends up malnourished because this one wants this and this one wants this. And everybody starts getting discouraged. But we have to build each other up. Like I said, don't talk bad about my sister or my brother or my friend, because you don't know what they're going through. We need to be the church that God has called us to be. In Hebrews 10:23. It says, so let us seize and hold fast and retain without wavering the hope we cherish and confess, and our acknowledgement of it. For he who promised is reliable and faithful to his word. And let us consider and give attentive, continuous care to watching over one another, studying how we may stir up, stimulate our insight to love and helpful deeds and noble activities. Let's focus on who we can help this week, how we can really be the church. Keep your faith, and if you get discouraged, hey, what did David sometimes had to encourage himself, he said. There's not always somebody that's going to call you. It's not always somebody that's going to show up at your door or meet you at the mailbox. Believe me, Get in that mirror if you have to and say, hey, Lord, I need you. I need what you have to offer me to make me a better person, a child of the King. Be blessed.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you for that word. You invite folks to come here to Pathetic House of God International Ministries. You might not be able to tell everything. I found out if you tell everything, they ain't coming. It's as if you're talking things that shouldn't be going on. But if you read your word, the disciples did it. And we're all disciples, not just me. Or maybe I had more obedience than some other folks than how God used me. Or maybe I had favor. Or maybe I was chosen to do what I do. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Changed my life. Changed yours too. Y'all seen things here that you've never seen. I didn't know that was real. Sure it is. It's very real. More real than you know. But I do it like it's normal. And it is normal. It's normal. You gotta get used to it. You gotta be ready for the enemy. There are times in my life that I was rested and relaxed. I wasn't thinking about the devil or nothing. I just wanted to watch TV, you know, just wanted to go shopping, you know, you just want to do something that's normal, which I'm normal. And he showed up, the devil. And you be like, can I get a break? There ain't no break in the mission for God. You ain't getting no break. 7 days a week with the mission for the Lord. Doesn't mean you're out there soliciting the Lord, but tell somebody about God. It's your job. A lot of folks say, well, God called me to minister. I say, well, when you gonna do it? That's all I want to hear is when you gonna do it, because I'm ready for you. I'll let you do it. I'll get back with you. I said, well, first of all, to give you the story, won't nobody let me preach. I said, I'll let you preach. And then they have another cheek to turn. You don't see them no more, because really, they want to make preaching complicated, but it ain't. If you think you're going to go to heaven and God called you to minister, I'm going to tell you the truth, you're going to burn. Because you knew you had that call. Because a lot of us that got that call, God is sending somebody to tell you, you need to minister. Jesus did it, so how you going to beat it? You can't beat it. But the first time you get in trouble, you calling on that same God that told you to preach and you wouldn't do it. So what does he owe you? You owe him. But you want to prolong it. You want to prolong it. Turn your Bibles to the book of Luke, 12:48. 12:48. I get so many people that call me and say, oh, you still down at the aquarium? I said, where else I'm going to be? On Sunday at 10. Matter of fact, I'm here Sunday, every Sunday at 7 a.m. Sitting and waiting. I'm waiting. 3 hours ahead of time, sitting and waiting. It's a long time ahead of time, ain't it? I'm here, I leave home. Nearly 5 in the morning coming up here, just y'all be sleeping. And I'm sitting and waiting on you. Waiting on somebody to come to be delivered. Because I love the Lord. I'm just doing it. Be doing it. Now, 12:48. And it reads, but he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask more. Okay? Much has been given, much is required. Much has been given to me. So a lot is required. That's one of the reasons I'm generally working 7 days a week. I try to take Mondays off, but sometimes it don't work. I know what's required of me, because I know what was given to me. Folk just ain't going to bypass me and not call to come by. Somebody coming. Even on Christmas, they call me crying. I take the call on Christmas. New Year's. 4th of July. Somebody in a bind. And I try to help them because what else am I doing? I mean, sometimes I can't talk for a few minutes and take home there tomorrow. I'll tell you the situation to get you all, this is what I can do for you. Calm you down. But you don't call with God all the time. Some folks say, well, you take them on Christmas? Yeah. I take calls on Christmas. Got your seed, I'll see you on Christmas. Yeah, sister, come down to the temple. Other than that, catch me tomorrow. And I'm not teasing. Much is given, much is required. Now, let me prove it to you. Go to the book of Job. Y'all don't know, I ran a lot of years from God, not wanting to preach the word. In and out with God. Had the gift, but I didn't want it because I had made so much money through business. I didn't want to get into ministry because I knew I was going to be poor. At the beginning, anyhow, until you perfect it. Because I never wanted money for preaching at all. I didn't take no money until 5 years ago, until God told me to start having to sow your seeds. I never took money. I always had money. Always. Now, and it reads in the book of Job, first chapter, first verse. I'm going to be skipping around real quick. Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah. Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness has come up before me. Okay? Now, jump to the 4th verse. But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. I'm skipping around. If you know this story, you know the story. Jonah was called by God to go to that city of Nineveh to preach, and he ran. Much is given, much is required. See, this was given to Jonah to go and do. Just like the NFU. Now, 15th verse says, so they took up Jonah and cast him forth into the sea. I'm just going ahead. And the sea ceased from her raging. Then the men feared the Lord exceedingly, and offered a sacrifice unto the Lord. That's Jonah. And made vows. Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Can you imagine that? The enemy will try to get you to believe that that story is not real. That story is real. Okay? 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the fish. Now, you know, we all got a digestive system. That acid in that stomach should have just ate it up. You know, your food dissolves when you get to your stomach. So it can break down and you can go somewhere else to finish it. You know, break bread. Well, you got to go to the bathroom. I got to break bread. Okay? Now, then Jonah prayed unto the Lord, his God, out of the fish's belly. Now, once again, it goes back to Luke. Much was given, much required. So he's running from the much was given. Okay? He don't want to give the required. Now, we're going to skip on down to the 10th verse. And the Lord spake unto the fish, after he was in the belly, and it came, and it vomited out Jonah upon the dry land. He just spoke a word, it swallowed it. He spoke another word, it spit him out. Okay? And the word of the Lord came unto Jonah the second time. The second time. Because God is merciful. Oh, yeah. We all been ignorant. Now, that's lack of knowledge. Unless you're stupid, that's something different. All that is. Arise and go into Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee. Remember now, much is given, much is required. So Jonah arose and went to Nineveh according to the word of the Lord. Now Nineveh was an exceeding great city of 3-day journey. After being in that belly 3 days and 3 nights, I'm sure he was hungry. Or he was just scared, he didn't recognize it. I wonder, did he sleep? And And Jonah began to enter into the city a day's journey. It was 3 days away now, but Jonah was so scared by this time, he did it in a day. Much is given, much is required. And Jonah began to enter into the city in a day's journey, and he cried and said, yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown. He gave a prophecy then. Now, I'm going to take a text from those words that I read, called Destiny is Not by Chance, but a Choice. You see, after he was in that belly 3 days and 3 nights, he made a choice then, didn't he? I'm going to do this. Oh yeah, you have to understand that. See, much is given, much is required. This is why I preach and tell you, because I'm a prophet. I see lots of things. I don't see everything because I'm not God. Only God sees it all. I wouldn't want to see everything. I see enough now. But I see enough. I'm 95% there. 99% seeing lots of stuff. 100% accurate, whether you believe it or not. God did not put you here to run from him. Raise your hand if you know your purpose of being on earth. Raise your hand. Raise it. Hold them up high. If you know your purpose while you're on earth. Okay, you. Why are you here? You. Who else raised your hand? Keep your hands raised. Why are you here, Kathy? Keisha. You. Why are you here? Now, my next question is, are you completing that task?
Working on it, doing it.
You working on it?
Doing it now.
Much was given to you, so much is required to you.
Yeah.
So don't complain to God. God don't need no complaining Christian. He can't use you. The first complaint we got to God is, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. If I depended on y'all to pay for me being here every week, I wouldn't be here. I don't make no money here. It's not about the money. He provided that already before I got here. It's about me. What was required, what was given to me to do. I'm going to be honest with you, I had such a great man. I had to calm myself down. I kept telling God, why you send me up there? For what? I said, all the stuff I do, I got to go up there. Yes. I said, Lord, free me of this. No. People there need you. And they get healed here one at a time. If they ain't too scared. Hey, I've seen 100 folks here now before. After get a whoop of somebody growling like a devil, they don't come back. Or some will come see is it real. And go back and say, I ain't never going back over there. My pastor don't do that. Well, I ain't that your pastor. Much was given to me, and much was required for me, so I did it. If you're running from God, as Jonah did, you better get it together. Because sometimes 3 nights in jail could be hell. Or 30 days in jail. You see, ain't no well swallowing up folk no more. The county jail swallowing you up now. Huh? A warrant just come pick you up for old fine. Well, like that lady said, 12 years ago I got that ticket. Well, the new sheriff said, we're picking up everybody. We're going back 20. They did. Where I lived, went back years, picked up all them folks. They were lined up. The sheriff said, if you ain't got your fine money, don't bargain, throw them in the tank. Said you can sit it out in the course of 3 days or pay me my money. Them folks, we got that money. Ain't nobody gonna sit in the county 3 days. You lose your job, where you at? I'm in the county. Call the job and say, I ain't got the money, but I'll be back in 3 days. I can set it out. That man gonna tell you on that job, no, you ain't coming back. You're fired. First thing going through your mind is, man, I should have preached. Man, I should have did what God wanted me to do. You know, I get sick of hearing that too. I know the Lord got something for me to do. I said, Lord, no, right now, sow me a seed. Because you can't get to that pulpit quick enough. And when you are blessed by God, you're doing what was required of you. you ain't got to worry. Your bills gonna get paid. Your health's gonna replenish. Your mind gonna come back. Your kids gonna straighten out. Your husband gonna stay or leave. Or the wife gonna stay or leave. You got two folks, somebody serving God the other name. Something gonna happen. Somebody going somewhere. You gonna separate. You eat barbecue, they eat hamburger. I tell folks this, you married, your husband and wife tell you don't come down here, don't come down here. Y'all married, you obeying. Don't disobey your spouse, don't come. Because I'm going to be me. Or you just going to blame it on me? Please don't blame it on me for what they go through in taxes. Prophet, he did that. I got divorced, he did it. My wife, husband, he did it. Man, who are you? Call me. You're supposed to be a man of God. And you told so-and-so, so-and-so. I said, what did you think? Yeah, I did say that. So what's up? I get so many prophecies, but I remember that one specifically. And, well, you're not supposed to say that. I said, how do you know what I'm supposed to say? I'm going to come down there and whoop you. 5075. I-55 North. Marion Hotel. Come through the doors, take a left. See that big pretty sign right there? Come on in. And I'm going to take this cross off and be a thug. I grew up around folk that smoked crack. They drank, they clown. Huh? But God saved me from that. But don't think I can't ever have a flashback. Huh? What you say? They say, I expected him to buck back. Take the hat off. Come on. I'm going to the car. I'll be right back. But he ain't coming back. Because he's saying, I'm going to get whooped. And I don't care if you like it. Much was given to me, much required. I wasn't even required to take no whooping. Unless it's my mom and daddy. You ain't no preacher. War has always been in America. Things change after war. Sometimes you go to school, you get bullied, you got to fight sooner or later. Or they going to keep bullying you. Raise your hand if you had to fight a bully. Raise your hand. Oh, I had to fight a bully. That girl will beat me up every day. It wasn't no boy, it was a girl. That girl was whooping me. Every time I come outside, go there. She was tearing me up. Teacher was tired of me complaining. They said, Jane, why you won't go play? She was sitting down there waiting on me. I'm gonna get you. She do like that. She do like that. She was tall to be, third grade. She about your height, man. Third grade. She was tall. I know her name, but I ain't gonna call her. She'll get me. But anyway, I had to fight her back. When I started fighting back, that's when I could get off the steps, the doorstep of the teacher. Why are you sitting here? I was scared of that girl. Whatever, I want to say something else, but I ain't. She better not ask me for no date when I got older. No, you beat me up. Just kidding. You don't think nobody that beat you up. I take that back now. A lot of folks ain't folks that beat them up. All in the jungle. Now, getting back to the Word of God. Oh, you didn't get away. When God gives you something to do, you must complete it. Or you're going to end up like Jonah. 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the fish. But your torment going to be different. Because anybody ain't no fish nobody. Okay? That was back then. And you always wonder why things don't go your way. You got to call upon the Lord. You got to call, but you won't do it. You come to church week after week, year after year, and you're not fulfilling your destiny. It is not your destiny when you got to call the priest to just watch all the time. Sooner or later, you're going to get your own flock. But you can't get it if you don't work at it. How? You got to work at it. And just because you start out with a few members, that could last for years. Don't mean you're not supposed to do your job. Your job is to preach the gospel. Not to worry about how many folk come and they ain't coming. You got to listen to the word. God can't use you if you're crying about a few things. The small things. You know, I've complained, and God says, why? Because I've done great things, been around great people, great this, great that, made this, made that, did this, did that. And then you ask God, and you get among people that you think you're not supposed to be among, and you just go to complain that you ain't better than nobody. You were still that same person God called when you was running. Now you got all big, now you got questions. There are some folks think they're so large they can't be told what to do. You're wrong. Break man's law, you're going to county. You're going to jail. And they indict you, and they come to get you. I don't care how many preachers you're supposed to be. Prophets or bishops, you're going away. Them folks going to lock you up. And who's to say because you're preaching that you won't go to jail if you're doing the right thing? Lots of folks preach the word and went to jail. They did the right thing. Jesus, they persecuted him. Who are you? You know him. I'm doing my job. Once it's given to me, I'm doing my part. I don't care about the folk around here being scared of me. They scared of me for what? What you scared of? You gonna get the devil out of you and get clean? And get free? They act like what I do is so bad. All these folks in Jackson. And they swear me down with them. Oh, I'm going over there. Yeah, he did that flow. My lady called and told me, said she gonna sue me. If you air that, I'm gonna sue you. I said, lady, go